us and trying to say that we're, West African and Sub-Saharan and, this and that. It's a bunch of lies. Negroes are not Hamites. And that's what the Zondervan Compact Bible does.
And here it is, the youngest son of Noah, probably born about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites.
This is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood.
So Ham, all right? Ham is the youngest son of Noah, okay? So one of the 3 sons of Noah, read.
Born probably about 96 years before the flood, and out of 8 persons to live through the flood, he became the progenitor of the dark races.
So now, Ham is the progenitor or the forefather, the father of the dark races, all right? So remember that. So all the dark races on this earth, who's their forefather? Ham. Read.
Not the Negroes.
Except for the Negroes. So
Hey, Shalom, Makim, Yahabay Shemer Shabakata, by Shivaka Kodash. I'm over here in the, this is a half-price books, and I saw this Bible dictionary, and I just want to show you guys something real quick. So this is, I'm guessing this is 1973 pictorial Bible dictionary. So what I always like to do is go into Ham, right? Just to see what kind of definition they have. That to me is kind of the litmus test of whether or not they're on point or not. And like I said, this is just one word, but it says Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. His indecency when his father lay drunken brought a curse upon Canaan. Now, of course, we see this in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. And so, yeah, I just thought it was pretty dope.
I am telling to you, my white brothers and sisters, we have been duped all these years. We have been duped to believe that our black family members are low-life monsters created to be slaves and nothing more than that. But the truth is the absolute opposite.
I posted something on Facebook and people act like I was speaking in tongues. Ham. It says, hot. The youngest son of Noah. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. Mr. Zondervan said the Negroes didn't come from Ham. We got a problem.
But this is what's noted from the Compact Bible Dictionary, and this particular definition or information with regard to Ham is from one of their earlier Bible dictionaries. And it says, Ham, perhaps hot. In other words, the name Ham is related to that which is burnt. And so they list here perhaps hot. It says, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood.
Yes.
He became the progenitor of the dark races. Now listen to this. Not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites, according to Genesis chapter 10, verses 6 through 20.
So now we're gonna look into the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, and we're gonna read about Ham. Okay. Well, let's see what it says. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He, meaning Ham, became the progenitor, meaning the forefather of the dark races. So your dark races is talking about people with dark skin like me and you, of the dark races. But guess what? Not the Negroes. Because we, the Black Americans, did not come from Noah's son Ham. We did not come from him. So this let us know that just because you have dark skin doesn't mean that all black people are the same. So let me read that one again. I'm going to read it in this context where it say Ham became the forefather of the dark races, not the Negroes, not us. But this is who came out of Ham right here are the Egyptians, because we know the ancient Egyptian, the true Egyptian, were dark-skinned people. The Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, and Canaanites. Those are those that came out of Ham. But we did not come from Noah's son Ham.
Check these out from the Compact Bible Dictionary. Right here. Ham, perhaps meaning heart, the youngest son of Noah, or Noach in the Hebrew, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. Genesis 10:6 through 20. His indecency when his father lay drunk, when drunken, brought a curse upon Canaan. Now, so you will see that Ham is not the father of the Negroes, but he is the father of these other dark races here. And so in Africa, we find, depending on how you look at it, there is 2 people groups. We have the descendants of Ham, and they are listed here, Egyptians. Those are called Nilotes. Then we have Ethiopians. Those are called Cushites. Then we have Libyans, and those are Put. Like in the Bible they are called Put, P-H-U-T. And then we have the Canaanites, and these are the ones called Pygmies. All right. So the other group is the Negroes, and those are the ones called the Bantus. All right. So as far as the language groups, we have the Bantus, who are the Negroes, the Israelites. Then we have the Nilotes, who are the Egyptians, the ancient, the original Egyptians. And then we have the Ethiopians, who are Cush, or the Cushites. and Libyans and Canaanites. So they kind of related to their people there. All right.
Definition of Ham. The youngest son of Noah.
So Ham was the youngest son of Noah. So you read about him in Genesis. Come on.
Born probably about 96 years before the flood. And one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
So they represent the time of the flood. You know, and we all know the time, the story of the flood. Read.
He became the progenitor.
What does the word progenitor mean? Yeah, brother, tell me. You know what the word progenitor means? Read. Progenitor means forefather.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Of the dark races, which we are dark races people, right? Read.
Not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes. But who?
But the Egyptians.
The Egyptians, which we mentioned earlier, said that he put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Read. Ethiopians. Libyans.
And Canaanites.
Canaanites, they're the African nations.
If you want to know what terms mean, you need to use the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary to break them down. So I'm going to go there and I'm going to read about Ham, because a lot of people, there's a misnomer that all so-called colored or black people are the same. But we're not. We're all from different nations. Ham's children were given what we call the hot lands. This is Africa. Japheth's children were given the cold lands, and Shem, whom we come from, they were given the hot and cold lands. If it gets hot one time of the year, it gets cold, they were given those lands. So we don't all fit that narrative. And as you go to Deuteronomy 7 and 6, you'll learn that he separated the nations. So let me read about Ham. The Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary says that Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood, he became progenitor of the dark races, not, get this, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, and the Canaanites. We can read this in Genesis 10, 6 through 20. So Ham has nothing to do with our people. And we know also that Ham, and let me read a little further when it can expound. Ham, it says Ham, indice, when his father lay drunken, brought a curse upon Canaan, because we know that Ham did something to his father when he was drunk in the tent. His brothers saw it when he walked in, and they walked out backwards out of the tent. And what happened was Ham's oldest son, Canaan, lost the birthright. And so therefore, we have nothing to do with Ham, folks.